Alright, so here are the items that you're going to need to do this job. You're going to need a ratchet, you're going to need the fuel line tool, an extension, and of course your part. I'm using the AC Delco. It's the OEM that comes with the car. Right before we get started, safety first, we're going to chuck the front wheels so that it doesn't roll forward. Soon after, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these fuses off to depressurize the fuel filter. I looked it up and it looks like it has to be this one in particular. For a closer look, it was this one that we're removing. We're just gonna take that out. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna jack up the car. The car has these little arrows that tell you where the jacking points are at. And all you gotta do is get your jack, set it right underneath. I'm gonna show you right here how I have it set up. Got the jack on that weld, like that weld line, right? And then I have my jack stand on there as well. It's getting real close to the fuel line, but it'll be okay. I'm just gonna jack one side up. I don't really need to do the other side because the fuel filter is on the passenger side in the back. So I just really need space to fit underneath there. I'm gonna leave my jack in the stand there as a secondary protection. Just in case the stand fails, I'll have the jack there, but the jack won't be actually holding the car. It's going to be slightly lower. It's just there to catch it in case the stand should ever fail. Safety first, guys. So looking at it from this point of view, you can see the fuel filter right in the middle of the camera. So you can see it right there. We'll get a closer look. It's just so that you are able to locate it. Alright, so you're going to take your 10 milliliter socket with the extension. The extension is not really needed. It is recommended because you're going to have this guy right here get in the way. Alright, so with the extension you can reach all the way and I'll be able to loosen that up. Alright, now that we have the bolt off, we'll be able to remove the filter. The filter still has some gas inside. Even though we depressurized it, there's still going to be some liquid inside. You just got to be really careful with that. The next step to do here is remove the actual lines. They've got these two buttons right here that you just pinch and pull out. See? Gotta be careful. Don't be right underneath. Okay, when I took the second one off, a lot of the gas came out. Nothing to worry about. Just be prepared. Have some paper towels or have a red rag. And just be ready to try to catch as much of the fuel as you can. My second one, this bigger one, was a little tough to get out, but I managed to get it out. Could be a little tough, you know. It's been here quite a while. All right, guys, it's gonna be kind of tough to shoot and do at the same time. So what we want to do next is we want to get our fuel line removal tool, and we want to get around the fuel line. Let's see if I can. All right, there I am. Open it up and just go around the fuel line like so. And what you're gonna do is just get it in there. Get it in so that it can release the clips that's inside the filter. Alright, so I'm gonna have to do this with two hands. But the point is, just get the tool in, pinch it, and then you should be able to just slide the filter out. Let me get this done real quick. Alright, so managed to get my fuel filter out. As you can see, it was a good amount of gas still came out. Still have my tool on there. Just wanted to have you guys take a look at how that looks. It's got this little nipple here that connects into the filter, and that's sort of what we're doing with the tool. There's some clips inside the fuel filter. With that tool, what it does, it goes in and then it opens up the clip so that it can go right over that. So it should be fairly easy to do. I pulled it out, no problem. But more of the fuel came out. So gotta be careful with that. All right, so when you put the new one, what you want to do is, once you slide it in, you want to hear a click. The clicks are those clips that are inside that went over that little nipple. Once you hear that click, it's fairly easy to put back together. You know, you put your bolts back on. The fuel lines, you can see that there's a big one and a small one. Very easy to figure out which is which. You know, you just look at your lines to see which one's bigger, which one's smaller, and you just put small to small, big to big, and that should do it. This is what the finished product looks like. Got the bolts in, got the fuel lines in. You just push until you hear click, click, click. Easy to do. Now all we gotta do is put back the fuse and get her started. Get your fuse, put it right back in. That's it. Cover back on. Let's get started. Now, normally when you're about to start, it might struggle a little bit. That's because the filter that we just put in didn't have any gas. So sometimes it might struggle when you first start it, but then after that, it should be running really fine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any comments, any questions, leave them down below and I will do my best to try to answer them. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.